We can't call in the National Guard unless we're requested by a governor.
You're going to sue the administration. Tell me a little bit about it. Give us a preview of this lawsuit.
Well, under his executive order, it specifically notes, and under what the DOD did, is they had to coordinate with the governor of the state. They never coordinate with the governor of the state.
We have laws. We have to go by the laws.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
We can't move in the National Guard. I can call insurrection, but there's no reason to ever do that.
Have you spoken in the last couple of days to the president about any of this?
Yeah, we talked for almost 20 minutes, and this issue never came up. I mean, I kept trying to talk about L.A. He wanted to talk about all these other issues. We had a very decent conversation.
When was this?
This was late Friday night, I think about 1:30 plus his time.
After the protests had started here?
After the protests, and he never once brought up the National Guard. He's a stone-cold liar. He said he did. Stone-cold liar.
If I didn't get involved, if we didn't bring the Guard in, and we would bring more in if we needed it, because we have to make sure there's going to be law and order. You had a disaster happening. And they now admit it was a disaster. I watched the chief yesterday, who's a good man, by the way, and he said, well, we're lucky we did this because they were overwhelmed. You saw what was happening.
That did not happen.
Here's a recording of what the chief actually did say.
What is your position on the National Guard being deployed? Do we need them here?
We would have gone through a number of steps before we'd have deployed the National Guard or requested deployment of the National Guard. We would normally go to 50% deployment to handle radio calls and do the business of policing, and everybody else would be focused on the initial problem. Beyond that, then we would request through the sheriff mutual aid, and that would bring in members of the 44 other police departments in LA County as well as the sheriff's office. And so that didn't occur in this case because it wasn't done through the sheriff or through the up through the normal chain. It was done from the top down, from the president directing that happen, and then the National Guard was federalized. We have great cops in Southern California here that work together all the time, so we have tremendous capability here. To say that we would go to that right away, I'd say we wouldn't have been there yet.
At the end of the day, he never did ask for National Guard, and neither did the governor, and it is illegal as shit for the president to claim insurrection when there is no insurrection.
So we did the right thing. Everybody agrees to that.
So really, what is all of this about?
I'm adjourned through the Mr. Cave in quest of citizenship in the invisible empire, United Klans, Knights of the Ku Klux Klan.
They're taking up your health care. They're taking up your space in schools. They're
lives in their motels, drives their Cadillac,
taking up your hospital.
eats their ribeye steak.
We have to do something about it.
Free society cannot coexist with an invisible empire.